Hi Virgo, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing amazingly. Book a reading with me over at rubyreadstarot.com. Take a deep breath in with me. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Let all of it go. Change of scenery, Virgo. We have just had Pluto go into the sign of Aquarius. Life as we know it is due to change completely. Let's begin to see the onset of the fall of the systems that no longer serve. Let the rebellion begin, Virgo. Okay, so the sun moves into the sign of Sagittarius tomorrow, and we begin the winter equinox in about a month's time. So Mercury retrograde begins on the 25th, and so for the next 2 to 4 weeks or so, you'll find that there is a need for you to be really still. Up until about December the 15th, Virgo, I think what you're going to find is that there is a need, a reason for you to get plenty still and to look at where it is that your expansion may have felt a little bit contracted. I think also, Virgo, there's a really good opportunity here for you to look at where it is that you do need to expand, not only in terms of your physical location, but your philosophical approach to things. I feel as if there is a real need for detachment always during Mercury retrogrades. But with this new phase of Pluto being in an Aquarius and for expansion to be the key theme, I think, Virgo, what might be important is to actually sit down and take a good look at what exactly is going on around you. All right, let's get some energy for Virgo. General messages. I hope you guys have been enjoying weekly reads. Let's take a look and see what we have for Virgo in their highest and best good for all and everybody involved. Don't worry about that, it's just Bay in the background. Alright, let's have a look and see. I think this card wants to come out. There's 2. Okay. The 7 of Swords and the Moon card. Virgo, where is it that you need to kind of let yourself off the hook? Where is it that you kind of need to take those weapons out of the hands of those that I think perhaps were or had intentions to use them against you? Virgo, the Moon card is suggesting that there is a need for illumination, and things that were unsure, the things that were a little bit hidden, things you weren't sure about. I feel like they're coming to light, but what's really important here, Virgo, is that you are letting yourself off the hook. What's really important here is that you are presenting yourself with the opportunity to get away from or get away with, like, where it is that you might have found that there were actions or intentions that were set out against you. And I think here, Virgo, with the illumination that you need, it's probably a really good idea for you to look at what it is that you can do to Temperance, Sagittarius season, what it is that you can do to alchemize and change states, what it is that you can do to go from one state to the next, what it is that you know needs transformation and changing, what it is that you know that you need to remain in the flow with. The 6 of Cups. There is a reunion here. There is a reunion here, Virgo, and there is something here about you alchemizing your state, your well-being, and there is something here about you making the necessary changes. Just let yourself off the hook, Virgo. This is the only thing that's kind of screaming forward to me, as well as pay attention to the matter at hand. I feel like things may have become illuminated after this Taurian full moon, but I think as the moon goes into your sign, approaching the end of this week, things might require you to kind of really get tasked, like matter at hand. You've got to look at what it is that you need to let yourself off the hook with and what it is that you can get away with. There are things that need alchemizing. There are things that need changing from one state to the next. And I think as long as you are willing to remain as in the flow with it, and you need to trust, I think, oh, this is a great one. I'm not going to take these, but I did see transformation at the end of that. So I think Pluto going into Aquarius is definitely something that I think is going to not alter the course of certain, I don't know, outcomes, Virgo. 10 of Wands. It's time to drop the burdens. You're definitely at the end of a burdensome cycle, and there is something here about you needing to let yourself off the hook and allowing the illumination to come through. But I feel as if the heaviness of Sagittarius season, it's almost saying like, put the burdens down. The end is in sight. There is something here about you knowing that you've become mighty strong in the process of this. And I just think, Virgo, it's unfair for one person to have to carry all of this weight. And I think if you are to do yourself a justice, it is to acknowledge that you've accumulated all of the bits and pieces that you needed. You now have the knowledge, the experience, and the strength. And I think it's probably a good idea with due diligence to let go of all of the things that you might have felt like you were carrying for the longest time. The Page of Cups. There are invitations here of an emotional nature, Virgo. There are things that are being brought forward to you in order to tickle your not only emotional senses, but kind of, I think, make up for what was spilt and what was lost. That's the Five of Cups. I think a change in perspective is probably a really good idea at the moment. You have ample to work with if you are to shift your perspective from what was lost and what was gone. Forgive what you can. And I think, see, for a moment. With the King of Cups. You had this for Friday's energy, for your weekly read, and the Five of Wands. I feel as if Scorpio season closes out on a big emotional win. And I think you've kind of got to be really, I think, aware where your energy is going, and conflict and random unnecessary conflict, Virgo. From what I'm seeing in these cards, it's probably a really good idea to illuminate from yourself. Like, for me, the Seven of Swords is never about external cheating. I don't think it's betrayal. I think, if anything, it's you allowing yourself to get off the hook. And it's really important for you to pay attention to the matters at hand here. Illumination, I think, is something that's going to take place when you decide to change things up, especially when it comes to reconciliations. It is absolutely time to drop the burden, so do let it go. All emotional invitations are really to help overcome, I think, any emotional losses. And I think all of this is part and parcel of getting you more emotionally stable and secure. Virgo, avoid juvenile conflict. It is a pointless waste of your energy. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. Book a reading with me. Email me at rubyreadstarot.com. All love and support given to the channel is so greatly appreciated. You can find out where to do so in the description box. I love you guys. Have a good one, and bye.